First, we want to take this opportunity to introduce the seniors from the visiting Canton Bulldogs. First, number 7, Morgan McCabe. Number 8, Alexa Maffio. Number 12, Kirsten Hansen. Number 13, Lauren McCabe. Number 18, Caroline Turgey. Number 20, Julia Agniti. Number 25, Allie Reddish. And goalkeeper, Mariella Ruggieri. I'd now like to introduce the seniors for the Foxborough Warriors. First is Jamie DeVellis. Jamie is a 3-year varsity soccer player and basketball player, 2-year lacrosse player. He's a member of the Student Council, Class Council, Foreign Language Club, National Honor Society, worked at the nonprofit organization Confra Kids, volunteers at the Rodman Theater, Foxborough Recreation, and coaching youth soccer. She produces a show at the Rodman Theater and is the daughter of Jim and Nicole DeVellis. Next is Caroline Cass. Caroline is an honor student, member of the National Honor Society, Student Council member, 2-year varsity soccer player, varsity spring and indoor track, volunteers as a youth soccer coach, plans on studying nursing in college, and is the daughter of Tim and Katie Cass. Next up is Molly Shannon McCabe. Molly is a 2-year varsity soccer player, 2-year JV soccer player, 2-year lacrosse player. Has taken ASL for the last 3 years and is a girls' youth soccer coach. She was selected to compete in the 2019 Bay State Games. Molly is a very good student who enjoys her friends, school, and sports. Her plan is to pursue a degree in nursing post-high school. Looking forward to a career in helping others, and is the daughter of Mike and Erin McCabe. Kendra Wentling is a captain of the varsity soccer team. Kendra is a 4-year varsity soccer player and honor roll student at Foxborough. She's a 4-year member of the Foxborough High School Band. She's the secretary of the band executive board. Kendra hopes to attend Cedarville University, where she hopes to play soccer for the Division II Yellow Jackets. Plans to study psychology, get her master's degree in counseling, and is the daughter of Gary and Nancy Wentling. Yara Fawaz is a captain of the varsity soccer team, is a basketball captain, and runs on the varsity spring track team. Yara is a member of the Student Council, Class Council, is a link leader, is a finalist for the PCA Triple Impact Scholarship, plans to attend college and major in sciences. Yara would like to thank her family, coaches, and teammates for the endless support throughout the last 4 years, and wants to give a big shout out to her mom for not missing a single game. She's the daughter of Majid and Mahia Fawaz. Lizzie Davis, captain number 14. Lizzie is a 3-year varsity soccer player and a 3-sport varsity athlete with soccer, basketball, and track. Lizzie is a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council member, Class Council, is a Foxborough Youth Soccer coach, a link leader, is looking forward to studying health sciences in college, and is the daughter of Mark and Kathy Davis. you all please rise and remove your hats. Julia McClellan is going to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Yeah, we're all set. Can you hear us? Thank you. Good evening and welcome to Foxborough High School at the Sam Burns Community Field. I am Mark Davis. I'm here with Mike McCabe for the senior night for the Foxborough girls soccer team. Mike, should be a pretty good matchup between Foxborough and the Canton Bulldogs.
Yeah, they met up earlier this season, Mark, and the first half was a good, strong half, but it seemed like Foxborough took over the game toward the end of the second half. Their goalie, I will say, hats off to Canton's goalie. She had, I've lost count of how many incredible saves. That girl really put in an effort that night, so hopefully it's going to look the same tonight.
Yeah, she certainly did. I believe the final score on the last game, I have it written down somewhere, but
it was 6-0.
6-0, yes.
But 3 of those goals actually came, I think, Mark, within the last 15 minutes. So kind of, I think it just were. Foxborough was able to wear Canton down by the end of the game, just to their credit. So Foxborough actually tonight, coming off of an incredible game against KP recently. Both teams very evenly matched, could have gone either way, and both leading scorers in the Hockomock as teams, and there was 1 goal for the entire game.
Yeah, it was. It was a very good game, and as Coach Stallcup said for Foxborough, that she felt as though that Foxborough really she felt we were the better team that day, and they got a fortuitous goal. They did a great job of controlling Chloe Lane and Avery Sneed, and they did a great job there. So they didn't score the goal, so it was a good job. But as we're going here, Jordan's gotten the ball down the left-hand side. Her speed is legendary throughout the Hawk, and they're always looking to watch out for Jordan.
See, what I'm seeing different already, Mark, is the first game they tried to go one-on-one, and where teams have had good successes, they double up on Jordan up top. Canton didn't do that the first game. I think that was one of their things, but tonight it looks like they did. They've got 2 girls kind of shattering on the side, and but the advantage for Foxborough is obviously that that'll open someone up in the middle, so we'll see how this works out. Right now it's a back and forth. They've been back and forth up the field. Canton brought it down to Foxborough, and Foxborough is now pushing toward Canton.
Yeah, and you make the point about other people stepping up. You've got Caitlin Mollica's over on the right hand side. Coach Stallcup has moved Liz up from midi, Lizzie Davis into right in the center in the forward. So I know her and Jordan have a pretty good rapport with each other. And of course you get your daughter Kaylee right in the middle with Kendra, where they can bring the ball up on their own. And Kaylee's got that big leg where she can score from 30 yards out. And she's got those good foot skills, which is going to be, I think we're going to need that tonight against this Canton defense.
Just one difference, though, was, Mark, that Kendra's actually been moved to the outside recently from KP game. So they've got Grace Ferguson in the middle now, Kendra. They both have the 2s, so it looks the same. But I did think it was a good move. Kendra had a very strong game on the outside, and Grace Ferguson has been a very consistent player last season and this season.
Yeah.
So what they've done is fortified the center D with Emma Dahl and Yara Fawaz in the middle. And Yara Fawaz has had an outstanding senior season. She's taken over for Alex D'Amatos in the backfield, and they haven't really skipped a beat. And I think it was a concern for the team and the fans of the team, because Alex D'Amatos was such a strong player. Breakaway for Lizzie Davis coming up. Oh, good save by the goalie.
Kendra jumps up there. Yeah, Kendra sent the pass. It was a little long, gave the goalie an opportunity to come out. Liz tried to get there, just a little bit too far. I think Liz beat the defender, but it's just the ball was just a little too far.
Is it going off? So right now, Kaylee McCabe fighting in the middle. Jordan Collins comes back. She's bringing the ball upfield. Pushes it wide. Caitlin Mollica, Canton defender's able to break it away.
And they get 4 or 5 girls back here on defense.
They have loaded their D, Mark. That seems to be the norm going into this season against Foxborough, and I'm sure, as we were discussing, KP has a similar. What I'm seeing is they're dropping 5 girls back on D, sometimes 6. They stack the D, they leave 2 up top and hope for a breakthrough goal against Foxborough, which would, along with Morgan Sylvester's solid season, it's been a reason they've been able to hold these teams to very little goals against. So we have Canton forward trying to break through the defensive line of Foxborough, able to clear it to the outside. Open Canton player coming up on the right, and
number 25 over there, Jenna Perella.
Saved by Jamie DeVellis.
And Jamie, as a senior, so Coach Stallcup put Jamie in to start the game. You mentioned Morgan having an outstanding season, as a goalkeeper. Jamie, when she's had her opportunity, she's done a great job this year as well. It's a great 1-2 tandem that they have, so it's a great benefit for Coach Stallcup to have 2 solid goalies back there. And you can see with the defense we have and with the scorers we have, that goaltending is important. Here comes Liz on the right-hand side looking for Jordan. Liz takes a shot. It's up high.
Just over the goal. Great attempt. It was a push-up by Caitlin Mollica to Lizzie Davis. Lizzie Davis was probably just a foot over the goal, but it was a good, strong shot from the 20. I'd say Lizzie Davis has such a leg on her. Her kicks, she could easily score from the 20-yard line, no problem with the strength she has.
And here's a replay. It's a great play. Caitlin Malka gets it up to Liz. Liz from the 10-yard line, just up and over a little to the left of the net. She's had a couple. She had one ring off, I think, the crossbar against the KP game as well. We had a couple of good opportunities against KP. Kendra with a good job into the middle.
Crossed to the middle and cleared out by Canton defenders. I do like the move of Lizzie Davis up to forward, Mark. We've talked in the past, and I think Lizzie Davis is a natural scorer. She's got to adjust because she's played a lot of midi, so it's a bit of a different mindset. Lizzie Davis,
getting
taken down, but is it no call? Is it call? Yes.
I think he gets outside the box.
They're going to call it outside the box. It's an indirect.
So this is where I'd love to see maybe Kendra get in there with her height or Jordan. Lizzie can get that back post. Here's a replay, coming in. So Lizzie trying to get by the defenders and just gets tripped up. So Liz getting ready for the kick. Ball's up and down low.
Coming low, and Jordan Collins on the ball. Just a sea of white shirts, as we were saying, Mark. They're really playing defense hard this game.
Yeah.
It's probably it looked like about 6 white shirts to 2 blue on that right-hand side. But I'll tell you, you can't keep that up if they're going to push the whole defensive line out to the outside. Foxborough will capitalize up the middle. They have, as you said, they have Kaylee McCabe and Jordan Collins are 2 of the leading scorers in the Hockomock for girls soccer, and you also have Caitlin Malka not far behind.
Yeah.
I believe she has 10 total points on the season. Kaylee McCabe is about 16. I want to say
16.
Jordan's at 19 points. That's she has 15 goals, 4 assists. Kaylee has 12 goals, 4 assists, and Caitlin Malka, I have to check. She has 6 goals, 4 assists. And so they have 3 of the top scorers in the Hockomock. Kaylee McCabe on the left outside, pushing, looking to cross it into the middle. Jordan Collins in the middle. Lizzie Davis is there. Canton pushes it out. Emma Dahl is playing far up on defense, pushing it forward. So you got Molly McCabe on the outside.
Molly, another getting some action
Molly,
here. Good job
keeping
by
the ball
Molly.
in play, pushing it forward. So I'll throw a personal touch in tonight. Kaylee McCabe's coming up the middle. She's looking to break through. Pushes it up to Liz Davis up the middle, looking for an opportunity. Defense clears it, but not a strong clear, so Foxborough can keep it forward. Foxborough's starting to really assert themselves up here on offense. They're pushing the D.
Yara up front. Is that? Oh,
that's Kaylee. Kaylee playing up top.
The way she held her hand out looked like Yara run. I'm like, why is Yara from defense? I'm like, they're going to get her an opportunity to score here on senior night.
So just a personal note is for myself is that 2 of my girls are out there. My daughter Molly, who's a senior on the far right, and Kaylee, who's a sophomore playing the center mid. And then I have 2 nieces that are seniors on Canton. One is unfortunately injured, not playing tonight. There's Lauren McCabe, who is playing as number 13, playing in the center mid position as well.
And then Liz gets taken down again. She stole the ball from the Canton defender, and she just basically pushed her down. So they got to give her 10 yards. So that's going to be probably to about the 14-yard line. They got to keep pushing her back.
With Lizzie's foot, they're going to want to get back.
Yeah. This is one of those ones where Liz, hopefully she can kind of curl it in a little bit, get it up high. It's down.
That's a nice ball. That's a great ball. Oh, corner kick.
That was a good ball. It looked like it skipped. It was a low line. It's unusual. Liz usually gets a little bit more height on that ball, so she's probably amped up for senior day. Here's a replay.
It's a great shot. She's keeping it low. She tends to not get over the ball, and she really carries it. So here she's getting over it. If you looked at that, she was over the ball for that kick, and that was a great.
And Kendra did a good job.
Strong ball.
Over across, no one out in the front. Jordan gets the ball back.
Foxborough applying pressure. Foxborough's defense is up at the Canton 35.
I don't know if they called an offside there.
Looks like it might have been. It's coming back.
Yeah, Kendra on that shot by Liz, to go back to that. Kendra was in front of the net. She kind of screened the goalie. She moved out of the way, and the goalie did a good job of skipping over, because if she didn't get over there, that thing was going right to the bottom corner. So good job by the Canton goalie seeing that. Good job by Kendra, too, to kind of set up that screen.
Caitlin McCabe takes possession of the goalie kick coming out, passes Caitlin Malka. Caitlin Malka looking to keep it in bounds. Looks like she was able to. Great play.
Over to Molly.
Molly McCabe pushing up to Grace Ferguson. Kaylee McCabe's there. Picks up the rebound. Pushing upfield. Has a little room. Waiting for the Kendra to move forward. And
Gets it to Jordan
has
out
Jordan
front.
Collins out front. Hopefully she can go out. Looks like another corner kick for Foxborough. So now, Mark, this is an area Foxborough has struggled this year. I will say with corner kicks. They've only capitalized on one all season.
Yeah.
So it's I think there's probably a combination of things, but you'd like to see them really, if they go into tournament play, I'd like to see this is something that they could kind of start to work on. So who's is it? Caitlin Malika has a great placement shot.
So Liz is going to crash in that, looking to head it in. Out in front almost.
Cleared out. Yara Fawaz back, receives it at the Canton 35, able to control it, has time.
Good to see the defense is all the way up to the 40-yard line. That's going to be
I'm telling
offset.
you, Canton's going to have a lot of trouble if this is the pressure that continues, because they're not getting past the 40-yard line of their side of the field. So again, their goalie had a phenomenal game. I know it was 6-0, but that doesn't speak to the game she had.
Yeah, it could have
the
been
first
10
meeting.
or 11.
I would have gone higher. I would have said about 15. Yeah. She had some incredible shots, and I don't remember Kendra coming.
Kendra, good job.
Challenging. Canton defender, pushes it out.
Yeah, Kendra did a real good job there where she was watching what the girl was going to do, number 10 with the ball at the time, Olivia Rodman, and she was kind of shadowing her and waited for her to make a move, and once she did, she got in front of the ball. So that's out from Canton.
Lauren McCabe on Canton, able to get the ball from Grace Ferguson. It was a 1v1 battle.
Kendra looking to switch the field.
Wentley looking for Caitlin Malika on the right. Canton defenders able to get control of the ball and push it down to for a while. This is the first time in a while they've been in Foxborough's end. But right now, Yara Fawaz has about 10 yards of clearance to bring the ball up.
Yeah, they're just letting her bring it up.
Working up the middle, they're not challenging the players. Canton needs to probably be a little more aggressive. Foxborough's not a team, Mark, you want to give too much field space.
No,
Kendra Wendling up the left side to Lizzie Davis. Lizzie looking for the cross. Ball's a little ahead, gets it over. Great.
Oh!
Off of Jordan Collins' foot. The goalie made a great save in the corner, right on the post.
That was again, Jordan was covered, but it was a great centering pass by Liz with her left foot. Here's a replay. Lizzie down the left-hand side. Knows that the defense is coming, sees Jordan.
Jordan coming in. Lizzie left foot. Lizzie's a righty, so this is a great placement with her left foot. And Jordan, just the defender, was right on her. Wasn't able to quite get a strong foot on it.
That was almost like a hockey play with the skate.
It was a one-timer.
It was. I mean, Jordan knew exactly what she was doing there. She's like, I'm going to angle this one in. Molly with a great kick.
Molly McCabe with a good clear shot, clearing it up toward
Jordan.
Who's up there? Jordan Collins up on the right. That's one thing Foxborough will do. They will switch right and left on their strikers. I like it because it's been breaking it up a little when they're double teaming, say Jordan. So we got Kendra Wentling again on the outside. And again, Mark, this is why I said I liked last game against KP. It was the first time they played Kendra Wentling on the outside. And she generally plays center mid. And Kendra's a very tough, physical player, does not back off of anybody.
Yep.
But she controlled this sideline. It was, in my opinion, the best game of the season for her. And she's showing it again. That ball to Lizzie over to Jordan was all started with Kendra Wentling. And she did a 25-yard pass up to Lizzie Davis with her left foot. It was a great setup.
Yeah, it looked like a handball there they missed, but Jordan Carmen coming in for Grace Ferguson, just checked in. Jordan's, I think Jordan, has 5 or 6 points on the season. I think she's got 3 goals. So, she's got some good speed. She's got some good foot skills. So, hoping to, maybe get her up top and see if they can spring her free. She's out in the middle right now.
She's new to this. She's new to the squad this year, coming from I want to say it's Mansfield. I'm not 100% sure. But she's been a great addition, especially up front. She's a tough player. She likes to go right for the ball, and she's been able to push a couple up. And as you said, she has 5 points on the season, 3 goals, 2 assists coming in.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that was off of Foxborough, but
it's a throw-in from Kian. I think you were right, Mark. So now we're setting up. We've got the defense is back. Foxborough takes control of the throw-in. Looks like it's going to be Canton ball again. It's been pushed out by, trying to see who that is, Caitlin Malika. A little tough to see on the far side of the field. And we look like we have a handball. Canton, or was it out, Mark? I couldn't tell.
It's Foxborough ball. I don't know if we turn the lights off, if that makes it a little bit easier to see. Probably not.
Nah, but we look better.
Yeah.
So who we have? Lizzie Davis pushing the ball forward, but Jordan wasn't quite there. Caitlin McCabe has control of the ball in the middle. Pushes it up to Kendra on the left. She's wide open. It's a foot race with the Canton defender. Kendra's looking to cross the ball. Great job. Stop. Kaylee McCabe has it out. Ball's been cleared. She's going to the middle, trying to get some room. And great save. It was a nice attempt. It was a
Good attempt.
nice strike from the 15-yard line. But Canton goalie was right there to scoop it up.
Kaylee did a good job there, too. When she got the ball, she saw that there was some room in the middle. And instead of just taking the shot quickly, she kind of moved around the defender and had a good, solid shot. Lizzie with the ball now, looking for somebody, holding on to the ball too long.
Here we go. Jordan
Gets it out
Collins.
to Jordan in the middle. Oh, and Jordan
Great
gets bumped.
shielding. The defense shielded for the goalie to come up. I'll tell you, Mark, these shots haven't been strong, so I don't think the goalie will get enough credit, but she's been in the right place, and that's a lot of traffic to see through.
Yeah.
Every time there's 3-4 white shirts on one blue, and then the ball's popping through, and she's gotten every single one of them. So Foxborough is going to really have to start taking some hard shots to get them past this goalie.
Yeah, and you can just see that Foxborough, too, is trying to Liz over on the right-hand side. They're trying. There goes Jordan.
Jordan Collins. Foxborough's clearly in control of the possession right now, but Canton's playing with a lot of grit. We have 24 minutes left in the half, and all this pressure that's been on Canton, I'd say, what do you think right by now, Mark? It's probably about 75% of 80% of the time down Canton's end, and they've been able to keep them out of the scoring zone. Probably had a handful of shots on net the whole time. So.
Yeah, I think in this type of a game too, I think the first goal is usually very important. You get that momentum going. Foxborough, like you said, Mike, has been controlling the play, but nothing to show for it yet. And we're hoping that they're hoping to spring either Jordan or Kaylee or maybe Liz or Caitlin. Try to get them going. Liz, get the ball.
Lizzie's trying to control the ball. She's got it.
Yeah. Tries a shot, but off the Canton defender.
Right.
I believe that should be what?
It should be a corner kick. The ball was hopping. Let's see what the ref hasn't indicated yet. It looks like they're calling corner.
Yeah, corner.
Yes,
So
yep.
Caitlin Mollick again with the corner.
Caitlin Mollick, who has a great placement shot. She generally drops it almost halfway at the goal.
See if we can get Liz in here on a header.
So it looks like Canton's doing first. Liz is trying to get it. Kaylee McCabe is trying to keep it forward. Canton's able to clear out the corner.
But you can see
Again,
all the white shirts.
To my point earlier, Mark, this is where they've struggled.
Yeah.
We've converted one corner.
Yep.
It seems like on average they're getting 8 to 10 corner kicks a game.
It looked like Canton had about 7 or 8 girls back. I think we had about 3 or 4 up. So it's when you see the white shirts, it's difficult to get that in there
Absolutely.
and get a good shot with all the lumber in front of the goalie.
Canton goalie clearing the ball up to the 40. Jordan Carmen is there, challenging the Canton player, and Molly McCabe clears the ball back forward. Jordan Collins looking to get ahead, foot race, able to get the ball from the Canton defender, settle that. Kendra
gets
Wentling
up.
with the
Nice
kick.
shot.
Nice shot. Goalie is there for yet another Canton save.
Yeah, I mean, again, like you said, that one she didn't have to do much. It was right at her. But sometimes as it hit her, it bounced off.
I personally, myself, Mark, once in a while I like to see those from the 20 or the 15. It keeps the goalie on their toes.
Yep.
They're not always expecting it, so it kind of throws them,
Throws them
all
off a
these
little
little
bit.
short ones in the goalie box, that's when they're really aware and they're paying attention. Caroline Cass being challenged by the Canton. Oh, great move by Canton forward.
Number
Caroline
number
chasing her
14.
down. Should be an offsides call. Nope, no offsides call.
I think it's going to roll out.
Molly McCabe was able to shield, I want to say that's Olivia Rodman, number 10. Molly McCabe was able to shield her, and ball ended up going out of bounds. Foxborough ball coming back in, throw in. Caitlin Mollica.
So, yeah, and looking at, where the offense is, you've got Jordan up top, and there's 3 Canton girls basically hovering around
Well,
her.
see, and this is where I see. So when you move somebody like Lizzie Davis, who has played midi all last year and this year, and I will say Caitlin McCabe was doing the same thing as they played her forward. They tend to float back a bit too
Yeah,
much,
'cause-
and you don't need to today because Canton has not even challenged. So if they stay up top, that's when
Right.
you can really challenge and get those breakaway goals. When you have the speed, Lizzie Davis has that great burst, and Jordan Collins just a foot races. There's very few people who can keep up with her. Shot on goal,
Oh,
and
and
Canton has scored. It was it was off the top bar. Canton, I didn't catch who it was able to get the rebound and put it back in. It was a good heads-up play from Canton forward.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It hit the crossbar, came back down, hit Jamie in the back. Nothing she can do about that, and the Canton girl was just right there to kind of punch it in. There's a
Here we
replay
go. We're
of
going to
it.
see this again. This speaks to the grit of Canton. Great indirect kicked. Got a nice hit on the ball. That was a direct, actually.
But Jamie with a good
Jamie,
save
great
originally.
save. Got her hand up there, and then just perfect position for Canton's forward. Able to put that ball right in.
Yeah, it was a good save by Jamie. She got her hand on it to knock it up off of the crossbar.
That was, yes, she was right there, played it perfectly. Molly McKay was there for the defense. The ball just took a Canton-friendly hop, and they were able to capitalize. So their strategy's paying off this game, Mark. But at this point, I believe Foxborough was up 2-0 or 3-0 in the first match. Now they're able to, they're playing heavy D right now. They have five defenders back, and Lizzie Davis is the only forward up. Ball pushed up by Kendra Wentling to Lizzie Davis, so now she just a sea of white shirts. Caitlin Malika chasing it down the right side. And Canton has now pushed the ball out. It'll be a Foxborough throw-in coming in.
Yeah, Canton is just going to, like you said, Mike, they're going to just pack that defense back. Now that they've got the 1-goal lead, they're not going to be aggressive in trying to score. They're just going to try to hold on to that lead. You know, and I'm hoping that the girls can get through, like Jordan right now trying to get over to Liz.
Settle and Liz, and now we have Kendra Wentling.
Kendra with the left shot.
Liz tries to take the shot, just clear of the goal.
Yeah, see, I don't want this is where the girls can't start pressing now. They got to just continue to keep going what they're doing. They're getting the pressure on the goalie. They haven't really had a good solid shot in a while.
This is what happened in the Franklin game as well, Mark. It was a battle. It was and Franklin got that one off goal. The ball took a funny hop, and they pushed it in the net. And then, as you said, Franklin stacked the defense, and that's how they played the rest of the game and was able to.
Kaylee gets free.
Kaylee McCabe gets free. He's getting bumped.
It's a shot.
Oh, great
left.
shot with the lefty, but just clear of the goal. Canton's playing very physical on D back there, for sure.
Yeah, Kaylee with a great job there, getting that shot off.
Fighting through 3 defenders to get the shot off. So here she comes down, going wide. Now you'll see where they come in. They're very physical, bumping, keeping her off balance. Kaylee's able to come back, get to the ball, and just an off-balance lefty. It was a great bid.
Just a little bit underneath it. I think if she didn't get underneath that, I think she was going top left corner, and she had it earmarked for it. It just got just a little under it.
I think as Foxborough just has to keep their poise, realize there's a lot of game left, and just shake off that first goal and keep playing. They need to push up with their
Lizzie with a
base.
good
Here we
pass
go.
to Kaylee.
Here we
and
go. Jordan Collins on the right. Oh!
Beautiful save.
Beautiful
by the
save.
Canton goalie.
Canton goalie. Jordan Collins with the great bid on the right side, and Canton goalie was once again there.
I think that was a great opportunity there. I think that Jordan was shocked that she had all that space.
I'll tell you what, since we've been mentioning her so much, we should really use her. It's Marissa Stafiri. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct.
The freshman, right?
And she's a leading goalie. She's goals against. So she's had one shutout, and she's having a. You can see. I'm assuming that's her because you pull up the.
Yeah, we didn't have the
Hockenbach.
numbers.
Yes, we unfortunately didn't have the numbers, but.
Yeah, I think Jordan was a little bit surprised to see that much open space.
Yeah.
It was a great opportunity.
Great ball up by Emma Dahl to Kaylee McCabe. Kendra Wentling has time, looking.
Kendra with the shot.
With the shot, we had 3 forwards pulling up. I think this is where Foxborough really has to settle down and take advantage of that. We're taking a lot of shots from the 20 when we have a lot of forwards up front.
Yeah, Jordan splits it, and the goalie comes out, and Jordan's just like.
I think great save. That goalie challenged it, stayed calm, and was able to get her hands on the outside.
Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. That last one, the one that Kendra had, it's like Liz was ahead of. Well, she was right in front of the defender, putting her hand up. I think if Kendra had popped it over,
Jordan was to the right,
coming
Kaylee
down
to the left. All 3 very capable scorers,
Yeah.
I think. And it's not on Kendra. It's hard. You see a sea of white shirts, but I think we're playing great possession ball in the defense and in the midfield, and we're getting up by the goal. There's so many defenders in place. I think, Mark, they're just trying to get their foot on it.
Yep.
I think what we need to do is if they could isolate the defense to one side, get an open player. Like right now, Kaylee McCabe's pushing up to the left, so Kendra Wentling in front of her. She's trying to beat the defenders.
You got 2 defenders on her now.
Canton's able, so now you've got double defenders. Now, Mark, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 back for Canton.
Yeah,
8 back in the goalie box. So, and it's going to be a long game. That's a lot of running for this Canton team. They're holding up well right now, though. They're really keeping the pace and keeping Foxborough out of that goalie box for clear shots.
Yeah, I mean, they're well conditioned. We get about 15 minutes left, a little more than 15 in the first half. With Canton with a 1-0 lead right now. Yeah, and not really, like you said, they haven't had many. I mean, they had really that one opportunity, and they capitalized on it.
And it was a great bounce. The Canton player was right there to take advantage. And as you said, Jamie DeVellis was in great position. Got her hand on the initial shot. It was a tough one. It was got her hand up and just bounced off of that top post and came back out right into the foot of the Canton defender. Canton striker.
Foxborough moving up. Looked like a handball there.
But
Caitlin Malka gets it out into the front there.
And they're calling offsides.
I mean,
it looks like it might have been Lizzie Davis up top.
Yeah.
But it was. I don't think she was expecting the ball to bounce back.
When you dribble it like a basketball, that's kind of what you're expected. But it definitely was a handball there. I think he missed that one.
Yeah.
Didn't have his night vision goggles on tonight.
As the old saying goes, it's not a penalty if they don't call it.
That's true.
Got to play.
So Jordan Carmen here. Now
Jordan Carmen coming up, push to Kendra Wentling, who has some room. Settled down. You got Lizzie up the middle. She's pushing a through ball, and Lizzie, I don't think was expecting it that time. Jordan was up on the right, starting to push. And again, that's where they need to capitalize, Mark. They need to kind of look for that set-up shot. Canton ball bouncing. That looked like it off the arm of Canton again, but
Caroline gets it up to
Caroline.
Kendra.
Great defense. Oh. Canton challenges Kendra. Was able to come away with possession, pushing.
Going to be out to the Foxborough ball.
Canton push it outside. So we've got Caroline Cass with the throw-in to Kendra Wentling. Pushes it, looking for Jordan Carmen, just a little bit past her. So Yara Fawaz in the backfield, getting her head on the ball.
Gets back to Jordan Carmen, gets it back to defense.
And clearing it to midfield. So now we need to push up. We need to push up. Look at all the white shirts, Mark. Now we have, it's Jordan on one player.
Yeah.
But this is where we actually at that time it was only Kendra and Jordan.
Right.
And probably seven white shirts.
Yeah. I think Liz with the throw in, looking for Jordan or looking for Kendra.
So now, in the beginning of the game, they were playing two up forward, Mark. If you look now, Canton is playing one striker.
Yeah.
And she's just hanging as far
Jordan
back.
Carmen over to
Here
Caitlin
we go over to
Malka.
Caitlin
Here we
Malka
go, all alone.
on the right. Caitlin setting the ball up for the shot, and Canton
goal.
save. Another save by Canton goalie.
Good job by Jordan Carmen over there getting that saw Caitlin Malka all alone. It's just a little too far. I think if Caitlin got it on her foot right away, I think she had an opportunity to get in there. But Caitlin with a good shot. Goalie right there again.
And Canton has switched to just one striker up top now. They brought the other striker back, as you said, Mark. They're just looking to hold this lead and play defense, and it's the strategy's paying off so far. With 12 minutes left.
I see the girls in Foxborough again. Maybe they're amped up. They're kicking the ball just a little too hard. Given the opportunity, that goalie's going to come out. She's going to challenge. Unlike some of the other goalies in the league, this girl is going to come out and she's going to continue to challenge Foxborough. So it's like you got to have that little drop shot just to get it just over the defenders, which is very difficult to do.
Yeah, Foxborough doesn't quite look like themselves tonight, but they're on the ball, they're playing. But I'd say it's probably more to Canton's credit. They have a game plan, and they seem to have come in with one, and they're sticking to it. And it's like throw in Caroline Cass for Foxborough, throwing Kendra Wentling on the side. Kendra able to keep the ball inbounds. And Canton ball coming out.
29 coming up high with the foot there. Emily McCabe.
That's no relation.
No relation.
That's coincidence. We have a substitution coming in for Canton.
There's still plenty of time. You got 11:20 left in the first half, and you still have the whole second half to go. And Coach Stallcup, definitely will be able to make some adjustments here at halftime. Try to get Jordan.
So Jordan Collins. So here we go. So there's 4 white shirts looking for a through ball to Lizzie Davis. Lizzie's trying to get to the ball, keep it in bounds. Great effort. Lizzie Davis keeping the ball into Kendra Wentling, crossing. Kendra taking the shot, but we're just a little too far out. We're not.
Yeah. That's 20 yards, 10, 15 yards out.
That's from the sideline.
Yeah.
So you probably have to add another 5 to 10 to that, and we're just not able to get in on the shots.
Yeah, Liz did a good job getting to that ball, giving them an opportunity. And Kendra with a good shot, but it was just a little too far out. Jordan was crashing the net too. I think she was maybe saw her out of the corner of her eye, just couldn't get the ball over to her.
So they need to really just. I think a strategy they might want to try is push up to the forwards and push it back to some of the midfielders to draw the attention of the Canton defenders, and then get it back over to the forwards. Right now, Foxborough is just not able to penetrate. Throw in from Caroline to Kaylee McCabe to Kendra Wentling to Lizzie Davis, working it up the sideline.
Too hard.
A little too much on the ball. Right idea.
That's the thing again. So Liz, again, a little too much mustard on that. The girls are making good moves, kicking it. They're just putting too much onto it. I think that the Canton defense is doing a good job coming over, and I think that's why they're putting a little too much pressure on the ball, thinking, well, the defender's going to come and get it.
I think I'd like to see, personally, I don't know how y'all feel. I'd like your opinion on it. I'd like to see more blue shirts up on forward. I think if you put a couple more girls up top to match the numbers of Canton, because the ball, I mean, they did have that one, but they really have not been in Foxborough Zen most of this game, Mark.
No.
So you have the speed, the Yara Fawaz's speed and ability with Emma Dahl's toughness and field awareness back there. Caroline Cass has the speed. You could push her up. Molly McCabe has a very, very strong right and left foot. You could really put some pressure up top. So, and let's see. It looks like we got Megan Burks coming in for Molly McCabe. Lizzie Davis is coming out, and
Caitlin Mollick, I think, is coming
Caitlin,
out as well.
Yes, Caitlin Mollick has come out. So we have Alyssa Vandenboom has come in. Maybe Caroline Rongione up top, I believe, and then Megan Burke.
Jordan Carmen with the ball.
Here we go. Stay in the middle. Alyssa Vandenboom. All right, let's keep this ball forward.
So we get about 8:45 left in the first half. Canton still holding that 1-0 lead. First time Canton's had the ball down in Foxborough's side of the patch for a while. Good centering ball right there.
So now Caroline Cass able to break it up. Jordan Carmen, a little lack of communication there. Looks like Jordan and Caroline got in each other's way.
Kaylee McCabe fighting for that ball. Gets pushed.
Trying to push the ball out. It's pushed, and yes, you're right, Mark. Good call. They're going to be calling it indirect for Foxborough coming out.
So we get, again, looking up front here, you got Jordan up front, and there's five.
This I don't understand is for my, like, Kaylee McCabe is a midfielder, and she's taking the kick. I'd have my midfielders and forward upfield and have a defender kicking it up. If Caroline Cass has a strong enough leg for sure, Emma Dahl, they're able to push that ball upfield. Oh, nice job, Jordan Carmen, able to stretch her leg and get the ball over to Reagan Buckley. Reagan Buckley pushing up the right-hand side, has some room, drawing in a Canton player, and maintains possession, putting it up in the middle, nobody on the left side for the ball.
So Canton with the
throw. All right, so it's Canton throw in. Right side, Kendra Wentling challenging the Canton player. Kaylee McCabe's coming, pushing it over to the right, and no blue shirts. Alyssa Vandenboom's coming on, and we have Reagan Buckley. Again, all white in the middle. I'll tell you, Mark, if they're not able to spread maintain their positioning on the field, this is going to happen all night. Yeah. Canton has too many players back, and they're just pushing the ball back upfield. Yeah, and we're getting caught out of position, it seems like.
Yeah, and I think that's where Coach Stallcup, hopefully she's seeing this and halftime be able to make that adjustment. You're going to see the adjustments at halftime. She's going to see that they're packing it back, so she's probably going to start bringing girls up a little bit more. Like you said, some of the middies might come up and put a little bit more pressure to stretch that defense.
And for Canton to maintain this when they need to be in shape for all this running. Their middies they're playing mostly D right now. If Foxborough is able to at some point put a score on the board, then Canton's going to have to start pressing again, and they've been really working this field a lot. So Kaylee McCabe in the middle, and ball over to Kendra Wentling on the outside. Kendra Wentling pushing the ball looking for the right for Reagan Buckley. Jordan Carmen now has possession, pushes it back to Megan Burke on the D, and she strikes upfield. Canton possession. Canton doing a great job of getting possession on these 1v1s and then keeping the ball in control and pushed upfield. Kendra Wentling on the left, she's pushing, looking to get past. Pushes the ball up for Jordan. Jordan Collins, foot race on the left. Coming across, fighting for possession. Let's see what they call. I couldn't tell. It looked like pushed out by Jordan. But I think they're calling a corner kick. So it looks like a corner kick for Foxborough. Jordan Carmen's going to be taking the corner. Foxborough setting up. We have looks like Alyssa Vandenboom shielding the goalie in the middle. We get Jordan Collins, Kendra, Kaylee McCabe all looking to crash the net. And ball comes out. Kaylee McCabe looking for a strike. Canton defense able to get control. Kaylee McCabe keeping the ball forward. Kaylee McCabe breaks and goal! Great job, Kaylee McCabe on the second effort. Able to, she lost possession, was able to get in front of the Canton defender, steal the ball back, push behind the defensive line, and a great strike to the corner.
That's the one we needed, Mike.
That
That's
is,
the one right there.
The way this goalie played last game and is playing this game, she just seems to know where to be, and that's the way you're going to, that is the way to beat her. So we're going to come back and look at this. Yeah, so Jordan Carmen striking the ball out. Great lift, coming in, perfect placement. All right, Jordan, back out to Kaylee McCabe. Kaylee strike off the Canton defender. Ball comes back out. Kaylee gets right in front, uses her body to shield it, and gets a nice breakaway and able to get a great strike on a hop and gets the outside corner. It was a great goal. And that's probably the boost Foxborough, hopefully the boost Foxborough will need.
And that's why
to Canton's credit, they're playing a great game plan and they've really maintained.
But Kaylee just showed you why she's 5th in the league in scoring right there with that type of a move. You know, getting the ball, beautiful move, great shot, strong shot, and that's going to bring them right back into the game, like you said, Mike. So it's 1-1 now, just under 4 minutes left in the half.
It is, and to have a team to have Jordan Collins and Kaylee McCabe, such strong scoring threats on the same team is just a huge boost to this team. It allows them to do a lot of different things. We've seen them move some players around this year, and it's actually part of why they've been so successful. And then KP has a similar setup with their team, so it's,
with Sneed in the lane.
Yes, and we're Canton's down Morgan McCabe, who's a very strong striker. She plays great up top. She's a physical, tough player, has a strong leg, so they lost her actually in the outing against Foxborough earlier this year. She tore her ACL just going for the ball on the right on the sideline. So tough loss for this Canton team, and tough for a senior year to have to sit it out.
Yeah. Yeah, we get, on the substitution, I think they brought Liz back in, Lizzie Davis over now, but she's on the left-hand side, more playing midfield.
Back to her, that's where she played most of the season, track mark, so yeah. And Kendra was pushed over to the middle. Looks like Foxborough's trying to give some breaks to a few of the girls, kind of mix it up a bit. I think it's a good move. I think some of the girls were starting to look a little frustrated. They weren't able to penetrate this D. So, for instance, you have Jordan Collins in the middle, and there's 4 Canton defenders.
Yeah.
There's very little. To get through 4 defenders, 1 player the odds are so against you. You really have to come up with the plan to get through it. But I will say, here we go.
Kaylee with the ball.
Kaylee McCabe looking for Lizzie
Gets it
Davis.
to Liz over the corner.
Here we go. Lizzie looking for the left. And great
great
ball up.
shot.
Jordan Collins coming in. Ball's loose.
Oh,
And they're calling on Jordan, ran into the goal.
Yeah.
Unintentional,
No,
but
absolutely. Great shot, great pass there. I think Kaylee passed it over to Liz, and Liz with a good left shot.
I have to tell you,
Jordan
Mark,
right
for
in front.
the years of coaching Liz and trying to get her to kick left when she was young, it's great to see her so naturally take that left foot there. That was a beautiful bid by Lizzie Davis. Very poised, took her time, set up her shot. And I'll tell you, tonight, she's, as you said, her foot, she tends to lift the ball, and she gets a lot of air, and she seems to have, I don't know if she's made a correction or what, but tonight her shots seem to be, a better trajectory toward the goal, which is great to see because I'll tell you, Lizzie's freshman year, I believe, in JV, she had a 33-goal season, Mark.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. I mean, that's just an amazing season. And she's, but she was switched to a midi because Lizzie's a very versatile player, and she's been a boost to the team out there. So her credit to able to switch from that position to go back to midi to take care of the team.
Yeah, she sees the field very well. She and she tries to. One of the things that I know that she's worked on is like your daughter, like Jordan, she wants to score the goals, but she knows that you got 2 of the top scorers in the league, and it's like she gets the assist. She's happy with that as long as they're scoring and winning games. Just like all the girls, it's a great team atmosphere here with all of the girls. They all know, who the scorers are and what their roles are, as Belichick says, right? Like, do your job.
But I think you bring up a great point, Mark. It's hard when you have so many girls who want the ball and to really have strong natural scorers. So many. Kaylee McCabe bringing the ball up mid. Alyssa Vandenboom looking to get clear for a through ball. Kaylee McCabe, Alyssa Vandenboom setting the shot up. Alyssa looking to get to her right foot. Just not enough room. And see, Mark, that's why as a player, if you're up front, you do need to be able to use that left.
Yeah, that would have been
You
a
know?
perfect opportunity for Alyssa to just
And
let one go.
Yeah, that's a tough. It's not on
That's
Alyssa
tough.
because Alyssa's been used to playing the right.
Yeah.
So to shift to left, that's a big ask, and then you don't have the confidence in using that left foot.
Yeah, that is a tough shot. So
That was unintentional, but ran right into Caroline. Caroline very tough, is right back up. Caroline's had a phenomenal. Caroline Cass on that outside wing on defense. She does not. She just keeps her head down, plays, and very, very few players are able to get by her on that outside. And I've maybe seen it twice all season that I can remember.
yeah, like you said, I mean, Alex Tomatos was the anchor on that defense, and they lost that. But Yara and Caroline have been the anchors this year, and they've done a phenomenal job.
They really have, and I think for me, Mark, the thing with Alex, and I'm sure you probably heard from your daughter, the intangible with Alex was she had such a competitive and strong personality in terms of these girls. Listen to what she said. It wasn't out of fear, but they respect her because she played and she wanted to. She played so hard. She played like she was 6 feet tall, and all those girls played along her. So to lose that leadership is a tough lose. And then for Yara Fawaz, who's a more soft-spoken player, but nobody works harder than Yara Fawaz.
Absolutely.
And for her to slide into that mantle has been very impressive, to say the least, because I wouldn't say that's her natural way.
Right.
But she's been able to.
All right, so here's
Okay, goal coming back in. So Jordan Carmen, nice lefty strike. Great ball placement. So this is what I was talking about, Mark, not being able to capitalize on these.
deflected
and it
out
can
to
be-
Kaylee, right?
It can be such a difference because, and then Kaylee McCabe, on the
Deflected.
second effort, was able to keep the ball, takes it into her body, pushes it forward, breaks through, off balance, and just gets a beautiful
shot.
strike. So the thing with the corners is it's when you have a team like this and you're up and you're attacking the other team, you get a lot of corner kicks. So you need to capitalize, and that's the second all year.
All right, so we're at halftime right now. It's 1-1 between Canton and Foxborough, and we'll be back after the halftime intermission. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, welcome back. Second half action here for the Foxborough Warriors versus the Canton Bulldogs. An excellent first half of action. It's a 1-1 tie score. Mike, your daughter Kaylee with a huge goal after Foxborough went down 1-0. Foxborough controlling the play most of the first half. Canton got a good shot. Jamie DeVellis makes a great save, just saves it, ricocheted off of the crossbar, and Canton just happened to get one of those dirty goals. But overall, I think Foxborough did a good job in that first half.
Yes, it's been it's a great battle in terms of you have an strong offensive team going against a team that I will say the first game didn't play defense like this, but they came in with a game plan, Mark, and they're executing it, and they have held Foxborough, who remember it was 3-0 at this point last game.
Right.
They just got their first goal. They are shutting down a very high powered offense right now, and that's to Canton's credit. They adjusted their game from the first time and have done a great job. So let's see what the second half brings. We're underway. So Foxborough gets the kickoff, maintaining possession, looking for passing. So it looks like they've put Kaylee McCabe up top. Lizzie Davis.
Lizzie Davis
through
with
ball
the pass to Kaylee.
McCabe. Looking to catch. Oh,
Oh,
no!
great save by the goalie.
Great
Oh.
save. We're looking at another corner kick, but the Kaylee McCabe took a nice shot, and the goalie was able to get her hands up.
Yeah, Liz saw that, kind of led her. Kaylee with a
Great
beautiful,
pass.
beautiful run. Great shot. Goalie dives and makes a diving step. So here comes Liz with
Here
a
comes
kick.
Lizzie Davis.
Should get some air onto this one. And she
So
does.
this is where Lizzie really gets her foot on that ball.
But she gets the ball back.
She gets it back, and she's pushing it into the middle.
Caroline
we're-
Cass brings it up. And Canton's defense, again,
So I'll tell you,
7-8 back.
It looks like Molly McCabe getting possession of the ball, pushing out Canton defenders. So it looks like they pushed the whole team up this time, Mark.
Yeah.
Foxborough looking to be more aggressive up front, I think. So Yara Fawaz on, I believe that's Robin, who's the leading
Number 10.
scorer.
Yeah,
So-
Olivia Rodman.
Yeah, no, she's actually, I take that back. Eliza Delatiza is the leading scorer, and then
13
Mia
points,
Gilmore. Yeah, so, but Olivia Robin's third, and she's looking on the left-hand side to try to capitalize. So Canton has the ball, looking to troll, settle down.
Oh, nice move there.
Great, yeah, pushing it to the outside, and now Caitlin Mulligan coming in. I'll tell you, one of the things, and is the way these girls at this age, they all learn to stay square on the ball. You don't see them get faked out too much anymore. When they were younger, they would, they'd lead with 1 foot going, trying to take the ball away from a defender, and once they got off balance, they get beat. But It's been, in terms of watching, Mark, I'll tell you, if you haven't got out to one of these games, it's some great soccer, especially the KP game last week.
Absolutely.
These girls are really, they have a lot of heart, and they know how to play the game, so it's been fun. Canton, lost opportunity, wasn't able to maintain possession, and the ball went out. Throw in from Caroline Cass up to Lizzie Davis of Foxborough. Ball crossed into the middle.
I misjudged that one. I think she thought it was going to go a little bit further than it did. Caroline Cass steps up to knock it out.
Canton's looking like they have more control of the ball this half. They're really got some nice short controlled passes, controlling the flow a little more. We didn't see that as much in the first half.
And they're already subbing out Alexa Mayfield.
That's Kirsty, I think.
Number 12, Kirsten Hansen coming in.
Kirsten Hansen coming in. Kirsten is a girl who played with my daughter Molly for years. Very tough defender, very smart defender.
So here's the save. Here's the play. So there's the
coming in.
through ball to Kaylee.
Going for the outside, and the goalie just, I'll tell you, that was great timing
save
by the goalie, because that was a great shot, Mark. That was going to the
Absolutely.
right side post, and the goalie, she waited till the last second to make her move and got her hands out just in time. She's having another really phenomenal game again, as she did the first game against Foxborough.
You know, that definitely helps. You know, when you've got a goalie that hot like that can, you know, make those type of saves, you're in every game. You know, Foxborough's definitely had a lot of chances, and she's made the saves. Oh, a little push there.
There we go, and let's see. There's no. Is there a call?
I'm surprised there's no call there. Maybe there is, but doesn't look it, because this guy
like they're doing the throw-in,
on the 45, he's just watching.
I will say it seems like they're letting them play tonight. I mean, both teams are not playing. They're playing the ball. They're playing soccer, so it's nice. It's nice when the refs let them play.
I don't mind that.
Once in a while,
when you get a shove, like you could see, she extended around, pushed her down. Yeah, I think you got to call that one. The Kendra trying to get it through in the middle there.
Oh, for sure. There's no argument about that. It's more, I like to see. You hate to see a game where they're blowing the whistle too much, and tonight is not one of those games.
It should be Foxborough ball.
So, yes, looks like it. Lizzie Davis for the throw-in, getting quick.
Oh, she got Kendra out in the middle.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Grace
Ferguson, and then Kaylee McCabe up on the right. Going to the middle toward Jordan Collins. Jordan looking to push through, and Canton's defense comes up big once again, pushing the ball toward the middle of the field.
But again, we got four defenders back, and Canton has one girl up.
Yep.
I think we should. No, they're going to try to get through.
They have one girl looking to get through, and there's still 6 defenders back on the Canton side.
Yeah.
So if you look at the 50-yard line, there's 6 white players to 2. But I'll tell you, you have Jordan Collins and Kaylee McCabe up top, and if there's 2 you want up top attacking, they're them. Plus you have Lizzie Davis, Grace Ferguson, Kendra Wentling, and Caitlin Malika in the mid.
But
that's
all four of them should be up.
Pushing.
And the defense should be up, because if Canton is only putting one girl up,
that's what I'd like to see. So now you have Kendra Wentling trying to push the ball to Lizzie Davis. It's got a little room. Gets ahead of her, but Lizzie stays patient. Kaylee McCabe pushes the ball over to Lizzie Davis.
Great ball to Kaylee.
Kaylee McCabe on a foot race, looking to cross it to the middle. It's got Jordan Collins by the goal.
Oh, great defense.
And Canton's defense able to get back, and we have a corner kick again, Mark.
All right, here we go. So I think Caitlin's going to take this one. You know, this is where, earlier, I remember last year, Lizzie had a couple of headers. Caitlin with a nice arc ball that comes in.
Yes.
Lizzie usually gets in there, and she tries to head that one in. So it'd be interesting to see if she can get some of that height right now.
Absolutely, and I personally, Lizzie is physical and tough, and she'll get in the middle. And you like to see her in there going for the ball. But again, Canton was able to get that ball, that 50-50 ball, and Foxborough now has possession back. Caroline Cass pushing the ball up. We're trying to get out. Great heads up by Caitlin Malk. I don't know if you caught that, Mark.
Yeah, I did.
She got back, maintained not being offsides, which was a great play.
Yeah, because the defense moved up, and then I think it was Caroline Cass with a beautiful pass. Oh,
break away.
Caitlin to Liz.
Oh, right idea. Kaylee McCabe and Liz Davis.
Nice!
They called it a goal.
They called it a goal. Beautiful job.
Mark, I'm not sure what happened, but it looked like everyone stopped but Lizzie Davis.
They did.
Everybody, Kaylee McCabe even stopped, and it looked like the play stopped, and Lizzie Davis, to her credit,
She just
played to the
kept
whistle.
playing.
Played to the whistle. Took her time, set it up with the left, and I think look, the goalie stopped
Yeah.
too. Let's if we,
See
if we get a
I know
replay
Mike
on
will
that.
probably throw the replay up.
I don't know about you, but I'm confused. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened there. Everyone just sort of stopped.
That
Like
was-
you said, Lizzie just continues to go on.
Up in the booth, we're
Here's a
not
replay.
hearing the whistles up in the booth. So
So Caitlin Malika,
Kayla Malika with a great ball coming up. Kaylee McCabe and Lizzie looked.
they think they were offside.
They think they were offsides. No whistle. The goalie even kind of stops. Lizzie takes her no one near her, takes her time, and pops it in
With the
corner.
left. With the
With
left
the
foot.
left again. There it is. So tough one for Canton. That was strange, Mark. I think everyone thought there was an offsides.
Yeah.
But maybe on the far side there was a Canton player up. We couldn't see it on the replay.
on the replay. But like like you said, Mike, it's Caitlin Malika with a good shot. On
Foxborough really pressuring now.
But this is the thing. Every girl stopped thinking that it was an offside, and maybe it was. But you gotta play to the whistle.
You know what? Heads up for Lizzie Davis to stay on the play and keep going. She was the only one within the 10-yard
Well,
line.
Kaylee jumped in
stopped.
too.
She stopped. She she was right there with her, and I don't think either of them had an idea what except for Lizzie Davis kept the pursuit. Play to the whistle, right?
Yeah.
Foxborough seems to be taking over a little bit here. I don't want to be premature. Canton's still playing, and they're playing hard, but Foxborough is now getting real solid control and moving the ball. I'll tell you, it's a great night. We're seeing a lot of seniors playing. We've got in the backfield, we have 3 seniors right now. We have Molly McCabe, Yara Fawaz, and Caroline Cass. And up in the middle, we have Kendra Wentling is up there. And
Lizzie.
So Lizzie,
And
I'm sorry,
Jamie
Lizzie.
and
I was looking to see. Some of our view gets blocked up here. I was trying to see if Jamie was still in.
Here's a view from up high.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see what happens. So
Oh yeah.
they were offside.
They were totally offside. I mean,
they looked like both of them were offside, Lizzie and Kaylee. So it looks like Foxborough got away with one
yeah,
there.
yeah. Definitely.
Now we know why.
Now we know why they all stopped. But
There's
again,
our answer.
But again, as offside as they were, you have to
you do.
play to the whistle.
You hate to see that, especially in a tight game like this, Mark.
Yeah.
It's that's tough for Canton because you do hate to see that. Especially the goal. So we're coming up.
But you know what?
Molly McKay pushing the ball up.
There's been a game or two
full
where
control.
I know, Foxborough was expecting an offside.
Happens to everybody, right?
And they
For sure.
they kind of stop and shrug their shoulders a little bit, and the girls keep
I
going.
don't know if the other team was that
No,
far
no,
outside.
that was definitely way offside.
That was Lizzie Davis,
Liz's
great
gonna try
job.
to get it to
Stage.
Jordan.
Lizzie looks so poised tonight. She's just
Jordan with
knows where the ball is,
trying
pushing.
to get it over to Caitlin on that one.
I think that was the right idea, but just couldn't get the foot. It kind of hooked a bit.
Hooked back into the goalie. I think that's a tough one because it's the angle she didn't have. She could see Caitlin coming, but she just didn't really have the angle to get that ball over.
So I think the coaches must have been listening to us, Mark, because it looks like Foxborough has done that. They're really just holding Yara Fawaz back, pushing up most of their defense and really just attacking up top.
Yeah. We're gonna get the.
Because if you look, we have 5 defenders with 2 strikers for Canton.
Yeah.
Canton has 5 defenders back.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, Canton, they're not up as much as Foxborough, but they really are. When they get within that 15 to 10-yard line, they're taking advantage. They're getting some clean shots and they're getting through at some point. So, again, their strategy's been paying off.
Good kick there by Jamie DeVellis.
Still very much a game. So
like
Grace Ferguson, balls
beautiful
up.
kick.
Kaylee McCabe, foot race is just trying to get through. Very physical. Kaylee's pushing through. We got 3 defenders, and Canton is able to get the ball out.
Gets over Jordan, though, on the right
Jordan
side.
Collins back up in front. So Jordan's going
Oh,
wide
gets
right.
taken down.
And
that was.
was there a call? Was there a call?
I think there was a call
Yes,
there.
yep.
That was a frustration, I think, on that last goal. I think that his
So the
trip.
trip,
I mean,
let's see.
I mean, she like.
So Grace pushing the ball up. We get Jordan. And I'll tell you, let's see right here. So Jordan with great ball control, trying to push up. Yes, yep, and can't just. I'll tell you, with Jordan's speed though,
We got a kick come up
you
here.
don't want her being able to turn that corner. She's got that right foot and the speed. All right, so we have Lizzie Davis taking the. I believe the direct. I didn't see how it was motioned by the. It looks like
Liz gets it in front.
chips it in, and then we've got.
Oh,
it's in
the defender
oh!
gets back. I think I couldn't tell if that was Grace Ferguson that was in the box when it got back there, but
I
the
think
defender
you're
came
right.
over and knocked it free. I think Grace, if she could have got a foot on it, that was going to be a goal.
So we got Lizzie Davis with the throw-in.
Yeah, Liz took a little off
We're
of that one. I think that
subbing
was a
out
set-up plan.
Grace Ferguson and Molly McCabe subbing out. We got Jordan Carmen coming in. Here we go, back
So,
again.
I think it was a set play for.
Yeah, it looks like it was an indirect, and Lizzie was just looking to get it up and over.
Getting, yeah, and you know,
It's just
like I said, I think Grace was positioned right there, and unfortunately she just couldn't. The defender came over and kicked the ball away before Grace had that opportunity. Jordan gets the ball.
Collins pushing to Lizzie. Lizzie's got the right. Oh, good
Give
through
it to
ball.
Kaylee.
Just a little too much.
A little too much.
Right idea though. See, this is what the Foxborough was not. This is what Foxborough was not doing in the
So
first
here's
half.
a shot by Liz.
Great, just chipped it up.
Chipped it a little bit.
If it had gone a little left, but great idea
It's
because
great.
just coming in.
Grace was
Look
right
at
there. That girl
It
came
was
in.
one defender, and she was able to get out. Great
Kaylee
heads
coming up.
Kaylee McCabe, and
No,
Canton's
Kay-
able to clear it out.
But yeah, there was a nice little soft pass to get the
Mm-hmm.
goalie to come out, and maybe that was something that the coach had said. The goalie's aggressive. Maybe we just to get her out. Oh, there was another push.
Another push.
He's got that one.
And Kayla Malika doesn't go down very often. So I think one of the things I'm seeing, Mark, I don't know if you agree, but it looks like we're getting the through balls like we were talking about before.
Yeah.
Now we have the girls are lining up. They're waiting for the through ball, and Foxborough seems to have the speed advantage. If Kaylee McCabe and Jordan Collins seem to be able to beat them, so if they keep doing this, the opportunities will keep coming through.
Malika kicks it in.
And Jordan Collins, Canton's able to get to it, so now Caroline Cass on the outside keeping it. Foxborough is playing very aggressive. They're up by the 30-yard line with their defense on Canton's side. I do think it's a good play, Mark.
Just under 27 minutes left in the second half with a 2-1 lead for Foxborough. Foxborough going to get the ball back.
So if you look right now, Yara Fawaz is the sole defender back, and she is on Canton's almost their 45-yard line. They're really pushing forward. I think it's a good strategy by Foxborough right now, especially where they're getting the through balls. They seem to have three girls up forward. You have Jordan and Kaylee McCabe, and they're really trying to capitalize and push this ball up. So Kendra Wentling trying to get through, just not enough on it. So now Canton's starting to look a little tired, Mark.
Yeah.
These girls have played hard, and they've covered this field a lot of this game.
Well,
Megan Burke, but ball to nowhere is kind of, I think she was looking to get a little more on it and wasn't able to get her
Jordan
foot in
Carmen
there.
trying to do a slide tackle, but misses the ball. Oh, Caroline
Caroline
Cass, good
Cass
position
stays right in front of this ball, and
that should be Foxborough ball. I thought that.
it went off of Caroline.
Went off of Caroline. I thought it went back off of Canton, but Liz with the left
Liz
hand.
Davis, very comfortable. Kaylee McCabe. Let's see, the Canton defender. It's the hop. Caitlin Malika chasing it down. Looks like it's going to go. Will she keep it in? It's a Foxborough ball. And Caitlin Malika, one thing I love about her when the ball does it, she is right on that throw and catches them off guard. It is great. I like to see that because you really want to take advantage of those. It's like the special teams for, say, the Patriots. I mean, those are the little things. That quick throw in. If you can catch the other team off guard.
Yeah, you get that. They get that odd person rush if you can get that.
And I'll say by far on this team, Caitlin Malika does that the best. She's a very heads-up player. She's a smart player and a strong player.
Nice move by Kaylee McCabe.
So Kaylee McCabe looking. She got on the outside, loses the ball, and Canton pushes it, has to clear it out of bounds.
Again, but looking
Coming
back
back
now, we got 6-7 Canton defenders back. If they can get the ball across, you get Liz
The
open.
lone defender, again, Yara Fawaz on the 45 of Canton, and the rest of the defense is up at the 25. I think that's the way to do it because Canton's, they're going to get tired if they have to sprint up.
You got to give her 10 yards, right? I think it's
So we have an indirect.
Malika.
We have an indirect kick. It looks like Caitlin Malika coming in. She's got great placement with this. Kaylee McCabe. No, actually, that might have been Kaylee. That was Kaylee McCabe with the kick. Her and Kayla Malika look.
Yeah.
From a distance, they kind of
They're
move
both
the
wearing
same.
the long sleeves,
They
too.
do. Yeah. So that was Kaylee McCabe coming in. Great placement. And Caitlin Malika was there with her foot, but to Canton's credit, their defense held up once again.
Jordan gets a ball out front.
No, it was out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
It's going to be a goal
Yeah,
kick
she
coming
had
out
two
for
girls
Canton.
on her. Jordan doing a good job with that spin move to get around those two girls. But
Kirsty for Canton kicking the ball out again. She's got quite a foot on her, so she gets some good clearance. Canton seems to be getting a little out of position right now. They've kind of lost their formation, and I think it's caught up a little. Mark, they look tired. They've been
Caitlin?
Yep, Caitlin Malika pushing
Looking
up
to
in the
get
field.
Jordan.
Good through ball. Jordan Collins tries to get over to Lizzie Davis. And
Good job by
looks
Lizzie.
like it's out of bounds. It's a Foxborough ball. Or not. No, it looks like it's going to Canton.
okay, yeah,
I like that, though.
yeah.
Until they call it, you assume it's yours. Throw into
Caroline Cass,
Foxborough and Canton.
Jordan Carmen getting the ball. Oh, dangerous.
And
lifting away.
it's a little bit. It's
Megan
it has-
Burke
it
over
has
to
to
Kayla
be
Malika.
up more to the shoulders, but
Malika trying to get it to Kaylee,
so
to
we go.
Jordan.
Jordan Collins
Oh,
looking
looking
for
for
Lizzie
Liz.
Davis.
Oh.
Oh, right idea.
Liz getting
Right
on the
idea.
ball, though.
Lizzie can keep it in. Let's see what his
Nice
Lizzie,
move.
Great heads up. Lets the Canton defender
Lefty
get
up
aggressive.
front.
And coming
Oh,
in.
almost a header. Kendra Wentling with a
Wentling.
great header there.
She was in the air and just the body's hit. The Canton defender came up and was able to get her off balance.
That was a great effort by Kendra
great.
to directionally put that right where she wanted. She was going for that top shelf in the top
Yep.
right, just a little wide right. So here's the play and replay. So
Kendra
Liz
Wentling
made a nice
pushing the
move.
ball forward, and Canton's able to just.
Liz with
Canton's-
the lefty over here.
I think
and
Canton
then
right now is just playing kick and run. They're just trying to get the ball out and keep the ball out. So they're looking a little tired. Foxborough seems to have worn them down, and now all the players in Canton's side. I think this is where you want to maybe get some subs in. Maybe a timeout for Canton. But these girls have played hard.
yeah,
Let them see, get them a little breather, and be able to kind of get back to come back in with the second wind.
And so Canton, with the ball here, it was thrown off of Foxborough. Canton again bringing it back in.
So we go in Canton again. They're just trying to boot the ball upfield. They were able to kick it off of looked like off the back of Caitlin Malka's leg and went out.
Like 5 yards at a time. They're
Again,
moving up.
yep, right off of.
This
It's
time
coming out. It's coming out Foxborough this time. Okay, here we go.
Blue and,
So
blue
now
and yellow.
it seems like we're like both teams are kind of crunching one side of the field now, Mark. They're leaving one side wide open.
Kaylee gets
Kaylee
it.
McCabe, she's looking for the little foot race. Looks like the Canton girl's going to get there.
Caroline with a good ball.
So
Just kicks it out. Good idea, though. There, Majid Fawaz, I can hear him even with the windows closed.
well, he's
Very, very energetic parent. I love Majid. He's, you know when he's cheering the girls on.
So we're gonna miss him next year for sure. So
Kaylee with a good ball here, trying to get
there we go.
through
Kaylee
the
McCabe through
defenders.
two defenders. And there was just too
Megan
many
Burke.
white shirts. Too many white shirts, but it's back to Foxborough possession.
job by Meg, though, over
Kayla
Caitlin.
Malika, great. Just nice, controlled play right up to Jordan
got
Collins.
two girls on
Kendra
Jordan
in
now.
the middle. But Jordan, if she can cross that, there was a push, full hands. Yeah, they've allowed them.
I think on that one, too, I know Jordan probably wants to get that into the middle, but
Now watch this, Mark.
she's
Now
got to throw that out in
Canton's come
front.
back up. If Yara can get a good through ball, Canton's tired. So Kaylee McCabe looking to push.
Go,
She's got a
Kaylee, go.
foot race, looking to go, but Canton defender plays. Kaylee gives her a little. Looks like Kaylee get her from behind. Let's see what see what the call is.
I think that
the
should be
referees are
Canton
looking.
ball.
They're calling. No, they're calling a corner kick.
Okay.
They called the corner, so there was no call. Referees looked at each other. So let's see.
Here's a replay. I thought that.
So Kaylee McCabe looking to push through. Canton defender number 18 playing it well, waiting, being patient, cuts her off. And looks like Kaylee comes right in behind, and Canton player not happy, but it looks like but Foxborough does get the corner.
Jordan Common with the kick and lefty. Goes out in
And let's
front.
go. Let's capitalize.
Jordan's right there, but it gets a little too
Again,
far.
coming out. Let's see who's kicking. Who's that?
Was that Meg?
All
I
right,
think
that
might
was
have been
Meg. Meg
Burke.
Burke. Great bid, though. That was a good kick for Meg, defender, outside wing.
Off in the distance. I don't know if the cameras can catch it, but we get the moon just above the tree line. Looks like a full moon.
Very romantic. Thanks for pointing that out. So Lizzie Davis pushing the ball up. Kendra Wentling looking to push through the defenders, but Canton's line hold once again.
And we've been saying it all night. Here we
Oh,
go.
ball's up and over. Kendra's
Wentling.
through ball. Kendra and Canton's defense.
Oh, a little push.
Canton's defense once again holds up, and no call on that one.
Oh, but you know what? They're letting them play
They
because
are. They did-
Canton
they-
just kicked it out, and now it's going to be Foxborough throw-in.
I'll tell you, and that goes back to Mark earlier when you were saying about the push over there, Canton on Foxborough. Well, it's going both ways, so at least it's been,
Malika with a
been
good move.
been
Gets
consistent,
it out
allowed to
front.
play, and nobody there for the ball. Lizzie Davis
Just
pushing the ball, keeping it forward.
a little too much with the left
And
foot.
Kendra Wentling fighting. Kendra Wentling really,
Good by
really looking
Kendra.
for
Oh,
a
hits
goal.
the post.
Kendra Wentling really looking for a goal.
I would have liked to seen Liz on that one maybe take a shot there with her left foot when she got it in. But that was a great job by Kendra staying with that ball at an odd angle. Hits the claims one off the
I'm
post.
a little surprised there hasn't been a timeout in Canton's end yet. This ball has been down in Canton's side.
Well,
And
Kendra
Canton's
comes
looking
up
a little,
and headbutts it.
little out of position for most of this half.
Here's,
here we go.
Here's Kendra's move.
Kendra has just been looking for this goal for a while here. Coming in and great heads-up play, just
Great
gets the
shot.
post.
So Foxborough throwing Liz with the ball, looking
Liz
to
looking
bring
back
it back
to defend. A great
Caroline.
play, actually. There's plenty of room. Caroline has time. Get it back. Lizzie, they're okay, and then they just get caught a little too long.
But look at
And
the
now-
whole
so now
side of the
the
field.
whole side's
You
wide
got
open.
Meg
This
and-
is-
Megan can't run. Meg's got the ball. She's got plenty of room to bring it
draw,
up.
Draw a defender. Great play. She waits, draws a
To
defender
Kendra.
in. Kendra, we've got Lizzie. And see, that's where
yeah,
she
yeah.
had Lizzie and Kaylee on the right. You got to
right
look
side.
for that. And that's where that's happened. That's been happening through the season, Mark. I think you get some of these girls with their heads down, and it's it's a communication thing.
Yeah.
If the forwards were yelling for it,
I think sometimes they do, and you can hear them yell, but it's
easy.
that mindset of I got to get this turn and shoot.
and it's also
they
easy
all
from
do
the
it.
booth.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's easy from up
Liz
here.
with a good
Lizzie,
through ball to
good through
Jordan, but
ball, and it
offside.
looks like
Jordan was a little
offside call.
offside. Oh, I don't know. They got a
no,
ball.
it's looking like a push. Looks like a push on Canton, which is weird because Foxborough had advantage.
Yeah, that
You think they would have called advantage?
Here's the
Yeah,
play,
let's,
Mike.
let's see what they got here. So
And Liz
coming
getting
up,
ready for the kick.
Lizzie Davis taking her time, controlling the ball. Yeah, oh yes, yeah. Number
in the
10
back.
from Canton comes in with an elbow right in the back and just plays the body completely.
Great ball by Liz out in front.
Oh,
Jordan.
was Kaylee McCabe fighting up the
Kaylee
front.
fighting for
Jordan
that.
Collins. And Canton's able to clear. Caroline Cass coming up on the
Good
ball.
job,
Great
Caroline.
ball. Great keeping it forward. A lot of white shirts back, but they seem a little disorganized. So they. Here we
Kendra
go,
with a little
Kaylee
hip check
McCabe.
there. Kaylee gets a
has the break.
breakaway.
Let's see again against 18. 18 playing
Nice
very
move.
well.
Oh, good job by number
Playing
18.
physical. Oh, nice try. Who came up to try to clean that up? Kendra Wentling?
Caroline Torgy for Canton gets back number 18. It was a good defensive play. I thought Kaylee was
Her
going
and
to get in
Kaylee,
there.
her and Kaylee having Kaylee McCabe and her having quite a battle physically. They're really going at it when this ball comes in.
So Kaylee
I'll tell
fakes
you,
the
it's-
shot to try to get around
Yep,
her.
and I'll tell you,
Torgy just nice job getting her feet in the way.
That's how you, and that is how you. have
Kaylee
to-
gets the ball again,
and
though.
Kaylee McCabe coming in, but that's.
Over to Jordan.
I'll tell you, if you watch that is how you play Kaylee McCabe. She has such great footwork and control and poise, and can see the field. You really just have to get her off the ball. That's the best move to make.
So we get about 16 and a half minutes
Oh,
left.
ball the.
Ball kicked.
Kind of
kicked
a,
Kaylee. Yeah, it was a low line driver.
unusually muffed kick by the Canton goalie, and almost was able to capitalize. I think it was. I couldn't tell if it was Jordan Carmen or Kaylee McCabe. It was went right at their legs. They weren't even ready for it.
Yeah, I think it was Kaylee.
It was
that hit,
Kaylee.
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, we get 16 minutes left. Foxborough still holding that 2-1 advantage.
The pace is slowed, Mark. It is really slowed down.
Well, Foxborough hasn't subbed, right? I don't think we've
Right.
got any subs
No,
in.
they did, but it was much earlier on.
Okay.
It was probably about 10 minutes ago now, and again, it's Canton that's looking slower. Canton has really they've had to work this whole field. I think that's the tough part of that strategy, playing such a heavy defensive
Caitlin,
game.
great job
Kayla
getting
Molly
there.
coming in, get that ball. Look at Kaylee McCabe coming up. It's Kaylee against
Kaylee.
number 18 once again, and they're just playing physical.
Yeah, Torgy again.
And it's a corner kick. Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
that's what she's doing.
It's a
So
corner.
I think we get Liz taking the kick over here. I'm going to look for Kendra on this one with a header. She almost had it the last time on one of the kicks. I think if she can crash the net, with Lizzie with the kick, she's lining it up. Lizzie with the kick, it's up. It's a line drive.
Kaylee McCabe, number 5, and Canton, number 18, are really having.
Oh, and it's a goal!
Oh!
Oh, what a play!
Did you call it that? Was Kendra Wentling with her first goal of the season?
I don't know if it
It
was
looks
Kendra
like they're
or not. We'll have to
congratulating
see
her
in the-
coming out. Let's see.
It was a ricochet. Lizzie had a line
It
drive
looks
to
like it
get
was
in there.
Kendra Wentling. So
That's a big goal, Mike.
That's their second corner kick they've capitalized on. They've been struggling all season, so they're really having a breakthrough today, Mark.
So I know we'll probably have a replay at some point on this, which will be
See
good.
if
But
you
it was
called it. Let's see.
It wasn't a header, but it was definitely. So Lizzie with the kick, she lines it up. Low line.
See,
There's a nice line drive kick. As it gets into the middle, it
And
bounces
it's
around.
coming.
Is
Kendra off
with the
of her knee. And
bounces again, and then Kendra,
and
gets it in there with a follow-up.
with her own rebound, comes in and just extends the right foot.
So she was looking for that one, and she got it. She did a great job on the initial kick, and then with the great follow-through, doesn't give up on it, and then punches it right in, punches the ticket.
And I'll tell you, Lizzie Davis is really has great control in her kicks tonight. She's getting over that ball and keeping it and they're line drives, Mark. Those are great shots.
Kendra just got taken down. But
Yeah, it's getting a little physical. It's getting a little physical up there.
I think that wasn't an intentional
So
one.
here we go. Ball's coming up. Kaylee McCabe heads it, and a little too far ahead of Jordan Collins. Would have been a heck of a setup.
So again, Canton, like you said, getting a little physical, a little hip check there on Kendra.
Frustration's setting in a little bit, and you hate to see that because they've played a great game. They're still playing a great game. They're just, I think you're right. I think there's some frustration settling in. They're getting physical. They're really starting to push, and
they know it's.
And they're not playing soccer. They're getting off the ball, and that's.
It's only about little over 13 minutes left in the game, so they know that. And again, you would think at this point in time they might start kind of sending more girls up as opposed to
you're down 3-1. You're down 3-1.
But I guess they do the scouting on Foxborough, know that we've got to keep the girls back because with Jordan and Kaylee, running on getting Malika too on the other outside.
Yes.
They're afraid that they're going to get
play them one-on-one.
That ball.
You can't play them one-on-one.
So they're reluctant to move up, but they need to move up to get some shots on that. I mean, here comes Kayla Malika down the left-hand side.
But what's going to happen, Mark, is playing this
On
at
the
Kaylee
middle.
McCabe. It was great
to
ball
Liz.
to Liz Davis. And Canton goalie once again coming in with the
Good
save.
job. Again, the goalie knows she did a great job of coming out on that one.
You play a team like Foxborough and you played the game Canton has tonight, which has been great. They start going physical. It's a tough way to play Foxborough because they have so much skill, and we've seen it with other teams, Mark, where teams have lost a game because they've gone to the physical style and got away from the ball. And Canton seems to, like you said, the frustration seems to be settling in. Now, this is where, as a coach, you call a timeout.
Yeah.
And you try to settle your team down. I mean, we still have 12 minutes left in the game. Yeah. There's plenty of time.
Canton bringing in, a substitute right now. So she's subbing the coach, Coach Kate Howarth. So she's bringing one girl in at a time. So I'd be surprised if she's not bringing in a couple of more. As we go. So Jordan trying to fight through there. They've done a very good job. Jordan's been bottled up a lot tonight, and I can tell she's been a little frustrated. Kaylee with a beautiful shot.
Coming in. It's in!
Kaylee McCabe!
What a goal! That was beautiful. Just really took her time. Jordan with a nice little pass over. Kaylee took her time and just over the head of the goalie. That was beautiful placement. At first, I actually thought it was going to. She was looking for someone in the middle.
That was a beautiful arc shot that just got the Canton goalie got a hand on it, but it was just a little too high.
Here we go. We're going to see this again. So Jordan Collins coming in, waiting, being patient. Oh, actually, I thought it was from Jordan, but it was actually the Canton defender. So Kaylee with the rebound takes her time. Nobody challenging, Mark. See, you can't do that. Look at this. That is just a beautifully placed ball.
Yeah, the Canton goalie was going to the left-hand side thinking that it was going to be a pass. Yep. And then she realized that's a shot on net.
Just couldn't get her body back. But I think, did you see how much space they were giving Kaylee McCabe there? They left that hole open, and that's the frustration and being tired setting in. And you hate to see that where Canton's played such a great game. But they're not challenging. And this happened in the first game as well, Mark.
Yeah.
And I saw in the last 10 minutes of the game, it kind of the same thing. The frustration set in, and Foxborough capitalized on it as well. I think they got their second 3 goals within the last 15 minutes of the game last game.
Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. It's again in the first half. Canton, the goalie was a huge stopper in that first game. And this first half too, she's been unbelievable.
She's had a great game.
But Foxborough's been bringing the ball and bringing the pressure, and they continue to, like you said, it's going to wear these girls down a little bit. Yeah. And you can see it's coming to fruition.
I think they're doing what you said. I think Canton looks their 4 back now, Mark, and they're starting to play. They're pushing some girls up top and looking to see if they can push the offense some. And this is where your goalie should come out and really just boot the ball forward. But again, you call a timeout, get them settled.
There's a Grace Ferguson up there, shot by Malika.
Caitlin Malika taking a shot.
I think
a little off balance.
I don't know who they subbed in. I know Jordan's out.
Yeah, Jordan Carmen went in for Jordan Collins.
Okay. I thought Jordan Carmen was in earlier.
She was.
I thought she was in before.
Unless they moved her forward. I don't believe she was, but
Kaylee again with
Kaylee
the ball.
McCabe pushing the ball up to Jordan Carmen, taking her time, controlling, pushing it to Caitlin Malika on the left. Malika looking to get it back out. Very heads-up play, getting it to the middle of Grace Ferguson. And trying to set up
Carmen.
Jordan Carmen is, I believe, a lefty, and we had trouble getting it to a right foot there. Looking to get it in front.
Oh, great deflection by Grace.
Great job on the goalie, but the Foxborough, that was beautiful. That was patient, set it up.
Nice
And
pass by Malika over there. And Grace Ferguson trying to knock it in, you know, a deflection with the left foot. So Liz steps up on
So
that
Lizzie
one.
Davis coming up for the challenge, and no one on Canton there to accept it. And Caitlin, Lizzie was able to put. I get all these names going through my head. Mark. Lizzie was able to push it forward. So anyway, while we're waiting for them to get the ball, is your last game? Your last senior night. This is your third.
For this sport, that is correct.
Yeah.
I get 2 more senior nights, 1 for basketball, 1 for track coming up. So
Yeah.
I still have 1 in the winter, still have 1 in the spring. But
And my point for anyone listening was you had. You have an older son and an older daughter, and they've already graduated and are on to their careers in college, and so this is your last and
Yes.
my first, where I have 3 and I have 2 more to follow coming up. So it's, but I was lucky enough to coach all of these seniors through most of their town career, and what a great group of girls! I'll tell you, they. We had some great years where we had great seasons. We just were lucky with a lot of talent and a lot of heart. I mean, these girls all have played so well together, indoor teams and so forth. So it's been it's bittersweet. I mean, I know we still got more season left, and I'm not trying to end it quick, but just to see all these girls now graduating.
yeah, it's been a fun ride watching these girls play, you know, and even the ones who, you know, have moved on to some of the other sports and have done very well in, say, lacrosse or cross country or volleyball, and you know, there's been a lot of other girls that have moved on to other sports, and it's just great. The whole class is really, the senior class is really fun. Really bunch of good girls. Liz with the pass over to Jordan Carmen. Oh, gets it over to
Kendra
again.
Wentling and just gets ahead.
Oh, that looked like it was a kick back to the goalie.
It did look like. So one thing I'll say is to the credit of the whole Foxborough and the program, and even though they're losing some very strong players, they have a great group behind, and I think they're going to lose Yara Fawaz back there, Caroline Cass. On defense, we have Grace Ferguson, who's had a phenomenal year. Emma Dahl has really stepped up back there. Jordan Collins has another year. Caitlin Malika, Kaylee McCabe has 2 more years coming. They really have a strong core, and as with last year losing Alex Tomatos, they have girls able to step up. So Jordan Carmen on the far side passes the ball in the middle to Kaylee McCabe, who's tried to push over to Lizzie Davis. Right idea. Canton defenders able there to pick off the pass.
Caroline Cass getting back. Oh, nice.
Caroline Cass, a little battle with
Rodman.
number 10, Rodman. Yara Fawaz, a little foot race, and able to get to the ball first. I think Caroline Cass and Yara Fawaz, their speed is definitely something that they'll miss next year. But again, they have some really strong players coming in and should be able to maintain the success Foxborough's had over the past handful of years.
Oh, absolutely.
Canton's up forward now. They're at Foxborough's 15, looking to get to the center. Yara Fawaz fighting for the ball, able to get it away. It's still Canton possession up in Foxborough's end. Canton's really keeping the ball forward, and for the first time, really a good effort up front at Foxborough's net. Canton coming back in and flew the ball a little too high, but they looked really good on that possession mark.
Yeah.
They spread the field well and moved and maintained solid possession.
I think is that Megan Burke coming out.
And
So here's the shot.
Molly McCabe coming back in. I believe I can't see that far, but yes.
Ball was up bouncing and just a little too high. And Jamie DeVellis watches it as it goes by, the side of the net.
Jordan Carmen once again getting possession. Kaylee McCabe up on the right. And you have Caitlin Malika on the left, and Jordan's trying to push the ball up forward, drawing a defender.
Nice.
Up to Caitlin Malika on the left. Malika, who's got great speed and control, is able to get the ball back. And got ahead of her, and the Canton defender is trying to clear the ball, and Caitlin Malika just is not letting her. And maintained. Canton midfield is able to keep the ball in play and eventually goes out. Foxborough throw in. Coming up the sideline to Caitlin Malika.
So we got under 5.
Molly McCabe into Caitlin Malika, and
back to Fawaz. We get 5 minutes, so obviously we won't know. They stop the clock at 5. They keep the time on the field. So we won't know. We'll just have to wait. But I think it just hit 5, so we got about 5 minutes left.
Score is 4-1 going into the final 5 minutes of the game.
So coming in later in the week, I know that we got a big game on Friday. We're going to be playing at Milford. Milford is 6-3-2 heading into tonight's action, while Foxborough is 8-2-1. That might be the game. That if Foxborough wins that one, that could seal the Davenport for Foxborough. I mean, they still have some games to play, but that'll be a big game to play. I know Milford's looking forward to it. We tied Milford, the last time that we played them.
We did. They were able to get 2 scores in the last. Kaylee McCabe loses their footing coming up. So I think one of the things with Milford too, Mark, and Foxborough tends to struggle a little more. I shouldn't say struggle. I don't think that's the right word, but they have a tougher time against the physical teams that really play the body. Like Oliver Ames gave them quite a game. Milford, who was it? Medfield. That was very physical teams, and Foxborough tends to have a little bit tougher time pulling away in those games. And then the team actually Jordan Carmen looking for the breakaway and is tripped up from the back. It was in the box. Shot. Let's see. He's calling it outside of the box, just outside of the goalie box. Looks like Jordan Carmen's going to take the kick. Let's take a look again. Coming down, Jordan Carmen coming and looking to get a strike. Canton defender comes in and just takes her legs.
So Jordan lining it up, gets it out in front.
Probably.
Great save by the goalie.
Probably not a bad play by the Canton defender. They weren't looking to hurt her, but if you give her that shot in that corner, it looked like it was a free shot. There was no one there to block to the goalie.
Yeah, so Foxborough getting back to the Davenport. Foxborough's got, after tonight, there's 5 games left. One of them is a non-league game versus Walpole, which will be a very good game to watch. But you're at Milford on Friday, and then next week you've got versus Stoughton. Stoughton yet to get on the win column yet, and then at Sharon, who also has not been on the win column as well. And then you're ending the season versus North Attleboro. So you've got 3 away games, 2 home games coming up. Like I said, that Milford game is going to be a big game. If Foxborough can pull that one out, then you'll probably have at least a 5-point lead on Milford, because I think they're 3 points going into tonight's action ahead of them.
So you mentioned Walpole, and one thing I noticed with Walpole last year is they were the first ones to really hold one defender back. And the only one who scored in that game was actually your very own Lizzie Davis. From midfield, they were able to effectively shut down the forwards by holding one player back, a Yara Fawaz type of player, and then allowing the other defenders to push up. But what they were doing was not allowing that breakaway shot, which Foxborough, with the Jordan Collins, primarily gets that kick and run. If you get that ball past a defender, Jordan Collins will beat 99% of them going. Yeah. And Walpole had a good strategy, so that'll be interesting to see. I wouldn't say they're as strong a team as Foxborough, but their strategy last season kept it to a 1-0 game. So Kaylee McCabe with a pop to the middle, and Kayla Malika pushing, and good defense by Canton. Looked like a corner kick, going to the corner. Kayla Malika, I love her hustle. Even going out of bounds, she knows to get it right to that corner, save time, and get it. Try to catch that other team off guard, not ready. Coming in, crashing. Lizzie Davis attacking the net. Ball's coming, popping out. Kaylee McCabe chasing into the corner. Two-handed push on Canton. But as we've seen all game, they're allowing that both ways, so these girls got to be ready for it. Caroline Cass keeping the ball in play, pushing it up. A nice little. Looks like we're going to the corner again.
Yeah, that last corner, that was a good. Lizzie tried to get the header in.
I like to see Lizzie. I like to see Lizzie on the field for the corner kicks personally. I think she's always driving toward the goal, right through the other team. So when she's kicking, you don't have that. You lose that a little bit.
Jordan kicks one up.
Coming in. Like Kaylee McCabe was trying to get her head on it, just missed. So now we have Molly McCabe trying to keep the ball forward. A lot of white shirts over there, but what do we got?
That's the game.
That's the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. So final score here, 4-1. I believe this might be Jamie DeVellis' first victory. They're hugging her.
Yes,
the whole team coming down.
She stayed in the whole game, and had a great game. I mean, that one goal that Canton got was a legit goal. And Jamie was right there trying to do everything she could, and it was, again, a great hop for Canton. They were able to push it in. But I'll tell you, the 4-1, as it was with the first game, it doesn't really tell the score. Canton had a great had a great strategy, Mark, and they looked like they just wore down.
Yeah.
The last 15 minutes of the game, they just seemed to have gotten tired.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, Mike. That they packed the defense back early. They got that 1-goal lead, and then they packed it even more.
Right.
And it was very difficult. You could see that the girls were getting a little frustrated, trying to do a little too much. Each girl, when they get the ball, would try to get through 2-3 defenders as opposed to looking for the other girl. But once we get that tie up, when Kaylee put that goal in, you can kind of see a collective sigh, collective relief for the Foxborough girls, saying, all right, we got this. We're going to keep putting pressure. And I know Coach Stahlcup, great job at halftime, probably telling the girls, you've got this. Relax. We're gonna put a little bit more pressure on them. See what they do. They came out very strong, put on a couple more goals, and then that was it. Like you said, they wore them down. Can't get tied. They fought to the end as they did in the first game.
And they put more forwards up. I think Foxborough started stacking. So when we were seeing 6 defenders against Canton, we were only seeing 1 or 2 strikers earlier. Now we were seeing 3 to 4, and that's I think where the difference. We were able to get those through balls and attack the net. So
Yeah,
it was
so
a good
great
game. Great night for senior night. Girls able to pull out a win. You said Jamie DeVellis played the whole game.
Yeah.
Caroline, Yara, Lizzie, Molly, Kendra Wentling all had great nights and were huge contributors for the team tonight. So another great game for Foxborough. On to the next game and hopefully a successful end of the season.
Yeah, so, I want to thank the guys in the truck for Foxborough Cable, always doing a great job. Mike Everson coming down on last-minute duty to help us out here. So we appreciate everything that Foxborough Cable does. It's a great production. So, for Mike McCabe, I'm Mark Davis. We're going to sign off here at the Foxborough High School Sam Burns Community Field with a Foxborough victory 4-1 over the Canton Bulldogs on senior night. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you in some of the other
Thanks
sports.
all
We'll
for
see you
checking
back in basketball. It's coming up soon, it's going to be coming. So we want to thank you all for continuing supporting Foxborough Cable Access. Thank you guys and have a great night.
Thank you all. Have a great night.